Frustration by Shawn Kemp. Just let that one go. You got to play above the antics of Dennis Rodman.
Shawn, what's the mindset of this team? George Karl told me that coming off that plane or on the plane after game 2, you guys were very, very quiet.
Oh, a little quiet on the plane, a little disappointed. But, you know, you got to still have hope and believe, and just got to come out and play a little more energy, a little more fire. You know, hopefully make the guys a little mad, a little angry when they sit around and think about it today, and we come out fighting.
What's going to make you angry?
I think just thinking about it. I think anytime that you've had success, and especially when you struggled in the past and you come back and you made it to the championship, now it's hitting you. It doesn't do any good to make it to the championship unless you win it. And hopefully we can start realizing that as a team and come out and play with some fire.
Michael Jordan said that the guys that have not been through this finals experience, his teammates have been passive. Do you notice that with your guys, a change from the previous 3 rounds to this round?
I think so. I think because the defense have picked up the intensity instead of guys being guarded, you know, 10 or 15 feet outside the rim or used to dribbling the ball up court. Now they're being pressured dribbling the ball up court. And when someone's in your face all the time, it makes you want to back down a little bit, not be so aggressive, and it's definitely taking effect on both teams, I think.
Aside from the final score in the first 2 games, what upsets you the most about your team's play?
You're not going to be the Bulls team unless you're tuned in for 48 minutes. So I think all of us, not just half of us or some of us, all of us. I think, you know, the first game I had 7 turnovers, even though I scored a lot of points. So it was disappointing to me to throw the ball away a couple times at the end. And then, you know, last night we let Rodman come in and get some offensive rebounds, some tip-ins and stuff. And that's all of us not tuning in for 48 minutes.
He posterized Scottie Pippen. Shawn Kemp hammering it down.
You've been more mature in this series than I've ever seen you throughout your career. What do you attribute that to?
I think just working throughout the season, being patient. You know, I think I honestly think that you prepare yourself a few months ago, not just the last couple of weeks for this game here. I think it was prepared a couple months ago. I think just being patient and taking my time and accepting what the defense gives me, I think has helped me out a lot.
It's more than that, though. We're talking mental maturity here, Shawn. You're not arguing the calls. You're staying out of early foul trouble. Yeah. Making those free throws.
Which I sat back and I've watched a lot, and I watched Chicago play a lot of teams this playoff. And the one thing that I did see was the first round, they frustrated Alonzo so much where I saw him getting ejected out of the game, and I saw him, you know, really lose control of himself because I knew he wanted to do so well out there. And I think that's what happens a lot, that when you play against Chicago, you know, they're so used to guys just coming out and trying to score offensively on them. Sometimes you get yourself in trouble. So the thing I've done, I think, is really been patient. You know, play defense, get some block shots, rebound the ball, and it keeps me into it, not just at the offensive end, but the defensive end, too.
Why is it always that people react to the Bulls instead of having them react to their team? Why aren't you the same team you were against the Rockets, attacking defensively?
Because the aggression of the game. I think what happens is that you have a Michael, you have a Scotty, they handle the ball most of the time, so they're aggressive. They're always taking the ball to the rim. No matter what, they're always going and keeping you on your heels, and when that happens, I think teams and players usually have a tendency to you know, lose their confidence a little bit.
Okay, what are we going to see in Game 3 that we didn't see before? More contribution from the bench, more energy? What?
Well, I think we need a little more contribution from the bench. Maybe some guys that step up. Sam's played well for us in the last couple of games, but I think we're going to have to come in and maybe use Frank a little bit, help us rebound the ball. You know, Irvin may have to stay out of foul trouble a little bit to help us out along in the fourth quarter a little bit. So, you know, somehow we're going to have to utilize our big men a little bit more, I think, later in the game. I think that's what Chicago does a lot is, you know, they switch up big men. Then later in the game, they put their big men in. They're able to get the tip-ins on the offensive board and to have good position on the defensive end.